Hello children. In our previous class, we have started the chapter synthetic fibers and plastics. We have learned about natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are those fibers which are obtained from plants and animals. We came to know that cotton, linen, jute, coir, these are the fibers which you obtain from plants, and silk, wool, yak fiber, these are the fibers which you obtain from animals. So we call them natural fibers. Synthetic fibers, on the other hand, are not obtained from plants or animals. These are purely man-made. We prepare these fibers by performing some chemical reactions, by taking some chemical substances. These fibers are therefore said to be synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. So, synthetic fibers or man-made fibers are actually artificial fibers. Now let us proceed with what is written in our book. We use various types of clothes. Clothes are made by using fabrics. Clothes are made by using fabrics. Fabrics are made up of fibers. These fibers can be natural fibers or synthetic fibers. You can make a long list of articles which you use every day. These articles have been made either by using synthetic fibers or by using artificial fibers or by using both. So for example, if you write socks, nylon socks which we are commonly used to, then you will write the type of fiber to be artificial because nylon is an artificial or man-made fiber. If you write wool, which is obtained from an animal sheep, obviously you will write the type of fiber to be natural. If you write pure silk, you know pure silk is obtained from silk moth, which is obtained from its cocoons. In this case, you will enter here as natural fiber. Now, why is it that some fibers are identified as artificial? This is because these fibers have been obtained by using some chemical substances. These fibers are not available from plants or animals. These are man-made, so we call them artificial fibers. You can see here, cotton, wool, silk. These are obtained from plants or animals. The synthetic fibers are made by human beings. These cannot be obtained from natural sources like plants or animals. So we call them synthetic or man-made fibers. In this chapter, we will learn about some synthetic fibers. Before we go into the details of synthetic fibers, we should know how are the synthetic fibers made or how do they look like. You can see this figure 3.2. There are two structures which are shown there. The first structure is that of a necklace. This necklace has been made by joining a large number of small blue beads. You can see the next figure, that is 3.1b. This is a long chain which has been made by joining so many small paper clips. If I ask you, what is common in these two structures, 3.1a and 3.1b? You can easily tell me that both these structures consist of small repeating units. Just like that, our synthetic fibers are also consisting of very small repeating units. So if a long structure is made by joining a very large number of small units, then the long structure is said to be polymer. The meaning of the word polymer means poly means many, mer means unit. And the small units which constitute the large or the long unit is called the monomer. So in this case you can consider that each small bead is a monomer of this long polymer which is a necklace. Here you can consider that each small paper clip is a monomer of this long chain which has been made by using this paper clip. A synthetic fiber is a chain of small units which are joined together, just like that you have seen in case of this necklace and this long chain of paper clips. A synthetic fiber also consists of a chain of small units which are joined together. Each small repeating unit which is present in that long chain is a chemical substance. This chemical substance which constitute the long chain is said to be the monomer. Many such small units combine to form a large single unit called a polymer. So each synthetic fiber is basically a polymer, and the monomer or the single repeating unit present in it is nothing but a chemical substance. The word polymer comes from the two Greek words poly meaning many and mer meaning part or unit. So a polymer is made of many small repeating units. So from this what we have understood is that each synthetic fiber is a polymer. It has a long chain. This long chain has been made by joining small repeating unit. Each repeating unit in a synthetic fiber is nothing but a chemical molecule, that is the molecule of a chemical substance. You can see here some examples of natural polymers. You can remember these examples. Polymers also occur in nature. Cotton, for example, is a polymer. This is called cellulose. Pure cotton which you obtain from cotton tree, this is actually a polymer which is called cellulose. It consists of very large number of small units. This small unit is called glucose. So cellulose is an example of natural fiber which consists of small repeating units called glucose. Glucose is a chemical substance which is naturally occurring. So we can consider cotton which is cellulose consisting of small molecules called glucose. There are also some other naturally occurring polymers which are very important for us, like proteins, nucleic acids, and you might have heard about RNA and DNA. They have a very important role to play in human body. These are all examples of naturally occurring polymers. Now, we will also learn about one of the synthetic fibers which is very important for us, that is rayon. Rayon is called artificial silk. Why it is called artificial silk? We will learn about this now. You know that silk fiber is obtained from silkworm. This was for the first time done in China. Then they kept this technique secret to the other countries, because of which silk, which is obtained from cocoons, from silkworms, was very costly. So scientists were thinking of preparing some fibers which show properties similar to natural silk, and then they prepared this artificial fiber which has properties similar to natural silk. This was named as rayon. Fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly, but its beautiful texture fascinated everybody. Everyone liked the texture of natural silk. Then attempts were made to make silk artificially, and rayon is the product of these attempts. Towards the end of the 19th century, scientists were successful in creating a fiber which was having properties similar to that of silk. Such a fiber was obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp. We cannot consider rayon to be an completely artificial fiber, because we obtain the raw material for preparing this fiber from cellulose. Cellulose is a naturally occurring substance. What is done? Cellulose is mixed with a chemical substance called carbon disulfide. Then we get a thick viscous liquid that looks like the crude oil. This is further mixed with sulfuric acid solution to prepare this fiber rayon. So rayon is considered to be a semi-synthetic fiber. That means we are obtaining the raw material for preparing this fiber naturally, but after that we are doing some chemical treatment to get it in the form in which we use it. Such a fiber was obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp, which is a naturally occurring substance. This fiber was called rayon or artificial silk. Although rayon is obtained from a natural source, what is that? Obviously that is cellulose, yet it is a man-made fiber. Why? Because we are not using it in the form that we get it in nature. We are treating it chemically. We are making some chemical reactions using some chemical reagents, then only we can use it. Rayon is cheaper than silk and it can be woven like silk fibers. It has the qualities like that of silk fiber. It can also be dyed in a wide variety of colors. You have seen this figure? It can be dyed in a wide variety of colors. Means if you are not satisfied with this color, you can give it any color by dipping it in various colored dyes. After you dry up the fiber, it becomes colored and attractive. Rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets or mixed